Hi guys, welcome back to the continuation of this story. If you haven't watched part 1, pause and go back. You'll need every detail, because part 2 changes everything. The knock came again. Slow, deliberate, 3 times. Imani Okoye felt the sound travel straight down her spine like ice water. "Imani," the voice outside said softly. "Open the door. Let's talk." Marcus swore under his breath. Elise started crying again. The darkness wrapped around the suite like a trap. But beside her, Elias Kane didn't move, didn't panic. His grip on her hand tightened slightly. "Stay behind me," he whispered. Her voice shook. "That's Lucas, I'm sure." "I figured." "You sound calm." "I don't panic," he said. "I eliminate problems." Something about the way he said it made her heart skip. Not fear. Something else. Safety. The knocking stopped. Silence. Too quiet. Then, bang! The door handle rattled violently. Marcus yelped. "He's trying to break in!" "Shut up!" Elias snapped. Imani's brain was racing. Lucas wasn't just some jealous ex-friend. He planted phones, hacked security, texted threats. He knew their names. He knew Elias. This was planned. Personal. "Why us?" she whispered. Elias didn't answer immediately. Then quietly, "Because tonight wasn't random." She looked at him. "What do you mean?" "I think we were meant to meet." Her pulse skipped. "What?" "Your boyfriend, my wife, same hotel, same night, same suite, too convenient." Her stomach dropped. "You think Lucas set the cheating up?" "I don't believe in coincidences." Pieces clicked together in her head. Marcus suddenly getting invited to this gala. Elise acting reckless, them being placed in the same room. "Oh my God," she breathed. "We were bait." "Yes." Before she could process that, crash. The suite door burst open. Wood splintered inward. Emergency lights flickered red. A silhouette stepped inside. Tall, calm, unhurried. Lucas. No mask this time. Just a small smile like this was all a game. "You guys look tense," he said casually. Marcus backed into the wall. "Stay away from me, man." Lucas ignored him completely, his eyes locked only on Elias. "So this is the famous billionaire," he said. "Thought you'd be taller." Elias stepped forward slightly. "You broke into my building, threatened my guests. You've got about 5 seconds to explain yourself." Lucas laughed. "Still talking like you own the world." "I do." The confidence wasn't bragging. It was fact. Even Lucas's smile twitched. Imani swallowed. "Lucas, what happened to you?" He glanced at her briefly. "I tried to warn you." "Warn me about what?" "People like him," Lucas said, pointing at Elias. "They ruin lives. They buy everything. They decide who wins and who starves." Elias's voice stayed calm. "So your solution is stalking and attempted murder?" "Justice," Lucas corrected. That's insanity." "That's revolution." Imani shook her head. "You used me?" Lucas's gaze softened slightly. "I needed access. You were close to the gala, close to the system. It was easy." The words hit harder than Marcus's cheating. Easy. She felt stupid, used, disposable. "You were my friend," she whispered. "I still am," he said. "Which is why you should leave, now, before he drags you into his mess." Elias stepped in front of her protectively. "Kai, she's not going anywhere with you." Lucas smirked. "See? Controlling already." Imani snapped. "Stop deciding things for me, both of you." They both looked at her. Finally, she stepped forward, heart pounding. "Lucas, you don't get to save me by ruining my life, and Elias doesn't own me either. I choose for myself." Silence. Even Elias seemed surprised. Good. She wasn't anyone's pawn. Lucas sighed. "You don't get it yet." "Then explain." He pulled out his phone and tossed it onto the couch. A video started playing automatically. Security footage. From months ago. A company building. Workers being escorted out. Crying. Boxes in their hands. Lucas's voice narrated bitterly. "Mass layoffs. 2,000 people. No warning. No severance." The logo in the corner made Imani's chest tighten. Kane Global Industries. She slowly turned to Elias. "You did this?" His face hardened. It was a failing division. Oh, keeping it open would have destroyed the company. So you just ruined thousands of lives? It was business. Lucas laughed harshly. Business. That's what you call it. Imani felt torn. Anger at Lucas. Confusion at Elias. Nothing felt black and white anymore. Lucas stepped closer. You see? He's not a hero. He's the villain. Elias replied coldly. And you think terrorizing civilians makes you better? I'm sending a message. With a knife? With fear, Lucas said. Because fear is the only language people like you understand. Tension snapped. Lucas suddenly lunged, fast, straight for Elias. But Elias was faster. He grabbed Lucas mid-charge, slammed him against the wall, pinning him effortlessly. The impact cracked plaster. Imani gasped. Marcus screamed. Elise sobbed. Elias's voice dropped to something lethal. You picked the wrong night to test me. Lucas struggled, but Elias didn't budge, not even an inch. How? Are you this strong? Lucas choked. Because I fight my own battles, Elias said quietly. For the first time, Lucas looked scared. Imani's heart raced. She'd never seen this side of Elias. Not just rich, not just powerful, dangerous, controlled violence, the kind of man you don't cross. Security alarms suddenly blared. Red lights spinning, voices in the hallway, security finally arriving. Lucas stopped fighting, then smiled. A calm, creepy smile. You're too late, he said. Everyone froze. Too late for what? Imani asked. Lucas looked straight at her. For phase 2. Her phone buzzed, then Elias's, then Marcus's, then Elise's, all at the same time, notifications, news alerts, social media. Elias checked his screen. His expression changed for the first time all night. Not anger, not control, shock. What? She demanded. He turned the phone toward her. A headline. Trending everywhere. CEO Elias Kane caught in hotel suite with unknown woman during marital scandal. Photos attached, her and Elias, walking together. And holding hands in the dark hallway, from earlier. It looked intimate, guilty, damning. Her breath left her lungs. This makes it look like we... Yes, Elias said quietly. Like we're the affair. Lucas laughed weakly. Reputations first, empires next. Imani's stomach dropped. He didn't just want revenge. He wanted to destroy Elias publicly, and she had just become collateral damage. Security pounded down the hallway. But Lucas whispered one last thing. Round 2 just started. The news alerts kept buzzing. Imani Okoye felt her phone burn against her palm. Every screen around the suite lit up with the same image. Her and Elias Kane, hands almost touching, in the hallway of the hotel. Billionaire caught in scandal with unknown woman. Kane marriage in ruins? Photos leak. Imani Okoye, new face of hotel affair? Her stomach turned. No, this can't be real, she whispered. Elias Kane's jaw was tight. And he didn't touch a single phone. He just looked at her. It's real, and Lucas is just getting started. She glanced at Marcus, who was pale, guilt written across his face. I didn't know he'd do this, he stammered. Imani's hands curled into fists. You didn't know? You were the target too. You led me straight into this mess. Marcus shook his head. No, I didn't. Save it, Elias snapped. His voice, calm but lethal, silenced everyone. Focus. This isn't about guilt. Heck, it's about survival. Elise Kane sobbed quietly. Elias, my husband, people will think... They already do, he said coldly. And Lucas made sure of it, which is why we need to act fast. He wants control, leverage, chaos. And if we hesitate, he gets both. Imani's stomach tightened. Chaos. She felt it sliding toward her chest like ice. The door to the suite burst open again. Security, alerted by the alarms, poured in. Red uniforms, radios, flashlights. But Elias waved them down. No, he said, and tone final. This is personal. Only the 4 of us deal with it. Now. The group gathered around the coffee table. Phones, computers, anything that could show Lucas's moves. He's hacked everything, Elias said. Bank accounts, cameras, social media, even my personal contacts. Whoever he is, he's prepared. Imani swallowed hard. Then, what do we do? Elias's gaze met hers. We hit him first. Not physically, he's fast, but strategically. We expose him, make his move public so he loses control. That's the only way. Her pulse raced. She wasn't sure she could follow him into this kind of war. But fear and adrenaline pushed her forward. He turned to Marcus. You stay in the background. Do not make a move without permission. Marcus nodded weakly. Elise looked up, desperate. And me? Sit down. Learn from this. Don't touch anything unless I say. Imani could feel her blood boil. Why is she here at all? Elias didn't answer her. He just turned back to his laptop, and fingers moving across the keys with lightning speed. Hours passed in tense silence. Lucas had left a trail, threats, hacks, and live feeds of their movements. He knew every time they tried to plan, every phone pinged, every step tracked. Then Imani noticed something odd. One of the feeds showed a man entering the building lobby, someone unrecognized, moving deliberately toward the elevators. Elias, she whispered, pointing. He squinted at the screen. That's not security, that's him. Lucas. Her chest sank. He's coming up here. Yes, Elias said quietly. And he won't stop until he has control of this floor, and everyone on it. The lights flickered again. Panic threatened to break through. Imani felt Elias's hand on her shoulder. Stay calm. Watch me. She nodded. He exuded a kind of confidence that made it impossible to think about fear. Suddenly, a loud crash from the hall, metal scraping against the walls. Lucas was here. Lock the doors, Elias commanded Elise, his voice cutting like steel. Elise fumbled with the keys. The door clicked. He pushed it closed. The suite was a cage. Lucas's voice echoed through the hallway. Come out, Kane, or I bring this entire building down, Marcus whispered, panicked. He has explosives? Probably, Elias said, but we don't give him the satisfaction. We act first. Then Elias did something unexpected. He turned to Imani. Follow my lead. Stay close, and don't hesitate. She nodded, heart pounding like a war drum. But he stormed toward the door, fists clenched. Lucas! Enough games! The hallway was empty, quiet, except for distant sirens. Then Lucas appeared, smiling, confident. He held a small black device. I warned you, Lucas said. You should have stayed out of this. Elias stopped a few feet away, calm, unwavering. Step away, end it now. Lucas laughed. End it? No, you don't end this. You survive it. And right now you're failing. The device beeped, red light blinking. Imani's pulse spiked. What is that? A trigger, Lucas said casually. A little surprise for Kane Global, and everyone you care about. Elias's eyes narrowed. You really think you can destroy everything I built? I don't think. I know. The seconds stretched. Heartbeats thundered. Then Elias moved faster than Imani thought possible. He kicked the device out of Lucas's hand. Sparks flew. The device skittered across the hallway and landed near the elevator shaft. Lucas lunged to grab it. Elias intercepted. He pinned him, and the two men crashed to the floor in a brutal tangle. Imani watched, frozen. Marcus and Elise shrank back. Elias pinned Lucas effortlessly. You're done, he said quietly. Lucas smirked. Phase 1 is over. Phase 2 starts tomorrow. Imani felt cold dread seep in. She realized this was bigger than cheating, bigger than revenge, bigger than the billionaire or his wife. Lucas Trent wasn't just a man with a grudge. He was someone who could destroy lives with a few keystrokes. Elias finally stood, holding Lucas upright. We'll deal with tomorrow when it comes. Tonight, you survive because I let you. Lucas grinned despite defeat. Tonight? Yes, but mark my words, Kane. Nothing ends cleanly. He was dragged away by security. The suite was quiet again. Imani let out a shaky breath. We survived? Elias looked at her, his cold gaze softening slightly. For now. She realized something then. She trusted him, not because she had to, but because he had earned it. Dangerous, ruthless, yet protective. Her phone buzzed again, another unknown number. She ignored it. For a moment, she allowed herself a small laugh, shaky but real. We made it, she said. Elias looked at her, a flicker of a smile crossing his face. Don't celebrate yet. Lucas just showed us how fragile everything is. Imani's chest tightened. Then, we prepare. Yes, he said, and we win. She realized something dangerous, thrilling. She wasn't just a bystander anymore. She had a role. And she wouldn't let anyone, not Lucas, not Marcus, not even Elise, dictate her story. The night ended in tense silence, but the city outside didn't know the war had just begun. Someone was watching. Always. And tomorrow, everything would change.